Typically, there's so much emphasis that we place on main dwellings and cottages and homes in our design process. But there is something to be said for a well-designed and appointed outbuilding. Therefore, the Clearview Garage was born. The first step of every project is the master planning process, and this is where we're diving into the details and familiarizing ourselves with our client brief and really understanding what the outcome of this property is going to be. Typically, we're designing a main use building, whether that be a cottage, a residence, a vacation home, but oftentimes there are many outbuildings that we could be designing and maybe just outbuildings. When we were retained for this project, our clients already had a main use building, a beautiful cottage designed on Lake Rosseau. Our client's want and need was to design a well-appointed garage with storage space and living accommodations. Therefore, the Clearview Garage was born. The design of the cottage was more traditional, but our clients were wanting a more modern take on this outbuilding. And this was a couple hundred feet from the cottage by the sport court, so it had the opportunity to be slightly different. Our client's ask was to design a very clean, sleek garage with Scandinavian aesthetics. In my mind, when I think of Scandinavian aesthetic, it's very less is more mentality. The exterior is clean knife edges, big expanses of glass, muted colors, clean roof lines, durable materials that will stand the test of time, and functional space planning. Since the project completion in 2020, this project has quickly become one of our most successful projects online. Although we have many other projects that are just as aesthetically pleasing and the pictures are amazing, these larger projects take a lot of space and take a lot of time to plan out accordingly. Having a well-designed outbuilding takes up less space, takes up less material, takes up less time, and can really be placed anywhere on your property. I think a lot of people resonate with that mentality and that thinking and can see this project being added to their property. This project is situated on 1.98 acres on Lake Rosseau, close to Port Carling. We started designing it in 2018 and we finished construction in 2020. As you can see from some of the pictures that we have shared, there are 2 garage spaces with overhead doors, and there is a large open canopy that is outside but covered for wood storage or temporary storage of all-terrain vehicles. Inside this garage, we have a lounge space, we have a wet bar, we have a powder room, and upstairs we have a bunk area with an open mezzanine that you can view the lower level. We had to work very closely with the contractor and the structural engineer on this project. There are a lot of details that we had to understand completely, and in order to gain those clean lines that you see in this project, everything had to be exact. In order to execute these large gable end windows, we had to work with our structural engineer to crank the structural steel around the windows to a ridge beam in order to transfer the load to the corners of the building. Another interesting detail is how to vent the roof when you have the standing seam roof facade mitering down into the exterior wall. This project has been built now for almost 5 years, and our clients have gotten so much use and enjoyment out of the structure. This stands as a testament that the master planning portion of any project is so important. Well-designed outbuildings can really tie a property together and make it enjoyable for years to come.